Welcome back, YouTube. I'm back with another video. I'm about to do this last Turkey Bowl challenge and get my 93 overall. I told you guys in the last video that if you could guess which one of the 8 All-Stars I was going to pick, I would shout you out in a future video. It's not going to be this one because I haven't even posted the other one yet. So, yeah. But you can also take one more guess in this video. Post it before I actually get there, though. No cheating. Put it in the comments. And then, if you get it right, first person that guesses the right one will get... Sorry about that. A friend of mine just messaged me during my stream. Those of you that get it right, or the first one that gets it right, will get shouted out in a future video. Also, if you decide you like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I guess there's a bell somewhere that you can click to get notified when I post new content. Right now I've got like 5 subscribers. I'd love to get that up to, 10. Hey, so you gotta start small. I do love the subscribers I already have. Thank you so much. You mean the world to me. But more is better. So, if you watched the last video already, you know that this says it's a pro challenge. Says I'm playing a 93 overall team. There is only one, and I'm going to be going against their defense in this one. There's only one player on their defense that is lower than a 92, and that's their third D tackle. There's only one other player on their defense that's lower than a 93, and that their number 5 cornerback is a 92. Everyone else on their defense is a 93 or higher, all the way up to like 99s. Everyone on their defense, except for the D tackles, has at least 90 speed, and some of their corners are like 98, 99 speed. How this is a 93 overall, I have no idea. But it makes these challenges very rough. In a video that I had to delete because you couldn't hear a word I said because I forgot to mute my Skype, I had to get 30 rushing yards, 5 pass completions, and score a rushing touchdown. Now, a pro challenge against the 93 overall team, that should have taken me about 2 minutes. Mainly because of the 5 passes. You have to reset after each pass. Reset the line. It took me an hour and about 30 attempts. I threw so many interceptions, which I do that anyway. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that. But the amount of fumbles that I had trying that challenge. Actually, you know what? Let me back up. I'm sorry. That challenge took me an hour. I had another video I recorded before that also took me about half an hour. Half hour, 45 minutes. That also had to get trashed because you couldn't hear a word I said. But before the 35-40 minutes that I spent recording that video, I spent over an hour trying to complete that challenge. Really simple challenge too. I finally recorded the video because I thought, maybe I'll do better if I'm videoing it. So, on this one, rush for 50 yards, score a rushing touchdown, do not throw a pass. That's going to be tough because passing is normally how I've been getting my first downs. If I get like 3rd and 1 and they're all, stuff in the box for the run, I'll throw a little drag route and get the first. But on the other hand, I was kind of holding back in the other one because I didn't want to run too far and then not leave myself enough room for the passes without, having to pass backwards, which I ended up doing a couple of times. At one point, I took a 7-yard loss on a completed pass just so I'd have enough room to still get my 30 rushing yards. This time, if I managed to get a really good hole, get some good blocking, I could run for the touchdown on one play. And I don't have to worry about pulling myself back to make sure that I meet some other arbitrary challenge. This one's really easy. Don't pass, rush for 50 yards, get a touchdown. Well, relatively easy. I'm still going against a team that, by all rights, is a 96, 97 overall, even though they call themselves a 93. And one of the first things I'm going to do here is go in and change my depth chart. Although it really probably doesn't matter. So I'm going to be using the same running back either way, and I can't throw passes. Although I may get some of my rushing yards by doing quarterback sneaks, running with the quarterback, and Cam is a lot better for that. He's got his speed is 10 higher. Everything that when it comes to quarterback runs, he's better at. So, alright, cool. So I'm on the 50-yard line. This is going to be a real fun video if I do it on the first try. But, spoiler alert, I'm not going to do it on the first try. Their team is real good at stopping the run. Oh my gosh. Also, interesting little fun fact. Oh, I don't know how to slide with my quarterback. I know there's some technique that you have to do where you push to it, like your R1 and L1 and then R3, but I don't know if that's right, because R3 is throw it away. And it might be, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to slide. But on this challenge, I may figure it out. And if you're wondering why I'm not doing stretch runs, it's because they are too fast and their awareness is way too high. I'll never make it out of the backfield on a stretch run. I might try my wildcat play if I get a good first down that I could try it on. If you watched my ultimate kickoff videos, you know the play I'm talking about. Alright, so this is my first test here, and I'm going to try running with Cam. Nope, didn't happen. Sorry, spoiler alert. And I'm going to pause this for a second because I need more water. Boom. It's like magic. Fun fact. I drink a lot of water. I used to not drink any. And I title all these videos Old Fat Guy Playing Madden or playing, I always started off with Old Fat Guy. 6 months ago, I was an old fat guy. Drank way too much soda. Which you probably guessed by the fact that I play video games. Just saying. And then, about 6 months ago, I changed my habits a little bit. I used to drink 2 to 3 liters of Mountain Dew every day. Didn't even touch water. Now I drink 2 to 3 liters of water every day, maybe 16 ounces of Mountain Dew, if that. And in the last 6 months, I've lost 65 pounds. Which means that pretty soon, I'm going to need to change these titles because old fat guy isn't going to work anymore. Maybe I'll change it to old ugly guy instead. I don't know. That might work. Old friend of mine from Australia used to call me old beardy guy. What am I doing? Well, that was just dumb. I'm not actually really sure what happened there. See, this play scares me. Because sometimes it goes really well, but against this defense, it has potential to go really bad. Oh, what am I? I'm sitting here trying. Left, left, run left. And he runs right into his blocker. What the? Oh. I was watching here instead of there, which is where my TV is, and I exited out of the game. So the moral of my little weight story there, folks, is drink a lot of water. It helps you be healthier. This is my third Interesting. There we go. Sort of. This is my third bottle of this today. That's a 1 liter bottle. It's actually a SodaStream bottle, but I don't use my SodaStream anymore. Partially because it just never tasted quite right. Partially because most of the places that I used to be able to go around here to buy the flavors stopped selling them. Did I say mostly on both of those? Partly because of both of those reasons. And also they don't sponsor me, so. Hey, SodaStream, if you guys want to sponsor my channel, I'll start drinking your sodas again. Just saying. You'll have to help me figure out where to find the flavors, though. Oh, lordy, lordy. See, I fumbled. Alright, we recovered. That's why I want to learn how to slide. So that doesn't happen. I've had my way with them, apparently. To the point that they needed a measure of revenge. So I told this interesting story. Well, it was interesting to me anyway. On one of the videos that I had to end up deleting about my favorite tight end. I've been a Panthers fan for 23 years, since that first season. I was a fan actually even before we started that first season. I was watching when they had the owners meeting where they announced that the Panthers were being awarded the franchise. Um, there were 5 cities up for it. There was us, um, Tennessee, Jacksonville. Who else was it? It was us, Tennessee, Jacksonville. All right, I didn't fumble. Um, it was us, Tennessee, Jacksonville, Cleveland, I think. And who was the other? I don't remember who the other city was. Maybe Los Angeles, but it seems like they would have gotten it. I don't know. If anyone remembers who the 5th city was, let me know. Um, when they had that owners meeting, we got approved for our franchise. We were the only team to get approved at that owners meeting. Um, a few months later, Jacksonville got their approval at the meeting that they had at the combine. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the clock. Oh man, my best run through yet, and I wasn't paying attention to the clock. So anyway, I've been a fan of the team for a really long time. Is what I'm saying there. Our very first tight end was Wesley Walls. Man, I loved Wesley Walls. That was a great tight end. And unfortunately, he ended up retiring. And then we went through a series of tight ends for a few years that not I don't want to say anything bad about them, but they weren't great receiving tight ends. We mostly used our tight ends as blockers for like a decade. I'm pretty sure Wesley Walls last year was that terrible 1-15 season we had in 2001. I don't think he came back the following year if I remember correctly. Um, and we had like what was it, Chris Mangum, another guy whose name I just can't remember. But we used we used our tight ends as blockers. And then in 2011, something interesting happened. And I didn't convert. Paying too much attention to my story, not enough attention to my game. So, something interesting happened. First, we picked up Jeremy Shockey out of free agency. He only stayed with us for a year and then he retired. But then we also traded our third round draft pick to the Bears in exchange for one of their tight ends, a guy that I'd been following ever since his rookie year because I play fantasy football. And he had always been a solid target on my fantasy football team. A guy named Greg Olsen, who was possibly the only tight end we could have gotten that would make me, that could take the place of Wesley Walls in my heart. You know, Greg's been a beast for us, and my biggest concern, my biggest fear, because he's getting older, my biggest fear is that he's going to retire before... No. That made me nervous. My biggest fear is that Olsen's going to retire before we ever get a chance to win him a Super Bowl ring. And that would just be sad, because that guy deserves a Super Bowl ring. Yes, I'm choosing a passing play. I'm going to run with Cam, because that works out for me every time I do it. See, I'm holding R2. My controller isn't... I was checking my battery on my controller. You know what? I'm not even going to bother to change out my lineup. Because the only people it affects are my tight ends and my quarterback. Yeah, my controller's still like 70% charged, even with all the playing I've done today. I'm actually really surprised by it. I think they're expecting me to pass on this play. I might have found a little secret here. The reason I told that story, it's actually the second time I've told it tonight. I told it in one of the videos that I had to delete too, which is what made me think to tell it again. This is because I noticed after completing a pass to Jeremy Shockey in one of the other videos, I noticed that the face that they gave him in this game looks nothing like him. Like, even it looks less like him than the Greg Olsen face looks like Greg Olsen. Jeremy Shockey in this game looks more like Tony Gonzalez. Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you. Trust me. I've been doing it for 30 years now. And that's what I sound like when I cough. Oh, come on. wait. Oh. Alright, I'm not sure how this is going to go with Mahomes. Luckily, he didn't fumble. Why are they wanting me to quarterback kneel? Oh, because I got the lead. Doesn't matter, I've got to score a touchdown. Oh, so close. Oh, I'm trying to do this with Mahomes. All right. Who did you guys guess I was going to pick? Because it's time for me to do it. All right, so here's our options. Patrick Mahomes as a quarterback. We have already established that Cam is a better quarterback. Alvin Kamara at running back. I've got Ricky Williams. I don't need him. Adam Thielen at wide receiver. I'm happy with the receivers that I've got. Although I do want to see what his speed is. 89. He wouldn't even crack my top 3. Jason Peters at left tackle. If I power him up, he'd be a better left tackle than Jonathan Ogden. Gerald McCoy at defensive tackle. My top 2 D tackles are already better than him. Jarrell Casey at right end. I'm actually, in my normal lineup, using a 95 overall Michael Strahan at right end. So there's no reason for me to get him. Miles Jack at left outside linebacker. My left outside linebacker is a 93 Kevin Green that I have kimmed up to a 95. So that's going to be a no. Darius Slay Jr. at cornerback. He would actually be a good option at cornerback, wouldn't he? So, it looks like it's either going to be Darius Slay Jr. or Jason Peters. Which one gives me more of a boost? I'm going to say that would be Mr. Darius Slay Jr. Which is crazy because right up until I chose him, I was planning to get Jason Peters. Remember, my defense is a 93 overall. My offense is a 92. And now that means I've got to go get Slay's Core Elite, I've got to get his flashback, and I've got to get his power up, because I don't have any of those anymore. Not going to get any of them until I finish off that pack, though, and because maybe I'll get one or more of those in the pack. And there's the alternate Mutt Harvest uniform. I don't actually use any of these uniforms, so there's 3,000 coins. And I am finished with all the Thanksgiving challenges, except for the one that opens on Thanksgiving and these daily challenges. So, if you liked the video, drop a like, subscribe, hit that notification button, leave a comment. Did you guess correctly? I will be shouting out anyone that is the first to guess correctly on both this and the previous video in a future video. Thank you so much to anyone that does subscribe or anyone that's just watching. I love you all. And until next time, which my next video should be the opening of that pack that I'm saving up those turkey flyers for. Hopefully tonight I'll be able to get it. If not, tomorrow. Love you all. Thank you. Peace.